Hello, everyone. This is Felicia Bender, the Practical Numerologist. We're coming at you end of year, right? It is December's forecast. So I am just going to say up front that this is based on your personal year number in numerology. It's not based on your life path number. So if you're new to numerology, or if you're just not sure what your personal year might be, I ask you to please take a quick moment, go over to FeliciaBender.com, click on monthly forecast. There is a calculator there that will calculate your personal year number for you, and then you can make sure that you are listening to the correct forecast. There's also a very quick, very easy manual calculation below in the description box if you'd like to just take a look at that, do it manually. So otherwise, we are moving into December, and this is your forecast for the month of December 2023. If you are experiencing a 5 personal year, December is an 8 personal month. So it's an 8 energy that you will be experiencing in December. And yet, before we get off and running on what that brings to the table, I would ask you to kind of sit back, do a little reflection, right? I don't know, close your eyes, have a cup of tea, coffee, eggnog, cocktail, whatever time of day or night, whatever your beverage of choice is. Relax for a minute and take some time to acknowledge how everything that you have experienced in your 5 personal year in 2023 has opened you up to new levels of freedom in the form of permanent or important changes in direction in your life. You're nearing the close of a year about change and freedom, and closing it out with quite a symbol crash, I have to say. So no wimps allowed in this 5 personal year, because it is going to, again, end with a bang. So I trust that you've been able to handle everything that has been coming to you all year long. Sometimes it feels like you're in the middle of a meteor shower or in a blender, right? And yet it's exciting, and yet also demanding that you pay attention, stay on your toes. I think the meteor shower is a really good metaphor also, because a lot of interesting, different, exciting, curious, weird things can come at you during a 5 personal year, and some are meant to land in your vicinity, and some, like meteor showers, are meant to go right on past you. Right? So that is something that you're more than likely looking at right about now. It's, oh, what stays? What goes? What do I hang on to? What do I develop? How is this change going to be integrated into my life? And what effect is that going to have on me as I move forward? Obvious questions, and yet there they are. So on top of the already high frequency vibes of the final month of your cataclysmic 5 personal year, December is bringing some additional verve in a different sort of way, because you'll be offered a few opportunities to step up, exert your personal power. This could very well be paired with financial reward, or simply a focus on business, finances, your financial picture, your financial health, your career. Those things are really being looked at when the 8 shows up. So you're being supported and guided by the energy of the number 8. It's about abundance. It's about stepping up and standing strong. All of those things. It's a 4-week period of time, so it's not like it's lasting all year long. You're not in your 8 personal year quite yet. You will be, and yet this is a 4-week period that is going to potentially move the needle, right? So it's not necessarily the time to start anything totally new, and it might not be in your best interest to make a solid commitment with anything until January, and yet it really is time to open up to it and to get it, I don't know, lined up or more clearly defined in your mind, body, and spirit. So if you've had some great travels, if you've met new and exciting people this year, maybe you've embraced that sense of fearlessness and change, and you're ready to take advantage, of the culmination of all of that 5 energy that you have worked with this year. If you've been tempted to dabble with excesses and a certain maybe level of irresponsibility, like you're looking around right about now going, oh, what the heck happened? Sometimes I'll say people in their 5 personal year wake up the first week of January in their next, in their 6th personal year. And it's like one major hangover, right? And I say that metaphorically, and it could sometimes be literally, because there are excesses that we can indulge in during a 5 personal year. It's interesting also because it's all about moderation, and yet sometimes even moderation must have moderation. So in the 5 personal year, it really is about, to me, it's about the experience, and it's about learning from the experience and enjoying the experience and riding on those positive ones, the productive ones, and the ones that aren't, letting them go sooner rather than later, right? Because it's the learning process. It's all about that experience. And so right now it is time to rein it in and time to regroup. The month of December can be this exquisite sort of icing on your cake as you now say goodbye to that frenetic pace and commit to getting down to business as you prep and get ready for this new energy coming to meet and greet you in 2024. So this is a month in December to push to the finish line rather than putting things off to the side. Unlike most people, I'm saying, hey, it's holiday time. It's time to get, tap the brakes, give it a break, whatever. I got to say, for you, if you've got to burn the midnight oil, if you've got to push something through on a deadline before the end of the year, those sorts of things, my numerological advice would be get it done. The 8 is demanding that you take care of business, and you take care of it now, and you take responsibility for it, and you do it with ethics, with high standards, and all that goes with it. So perhaps also that this is the time where you will reap the benefits of something that you've been working with all year, if you can see it through to fruition throughout the month of December. It is the month where money is a priority. So whatever fun and frolic you may have enjoyed during the year is now winding down. It's never gone, right? You can still have fun and frolic anytime and any year. And yet the intensity around that is loosening, is lightening, and you're moving into a different energy in 2024. So I would say right now, focus on leaning into using your influence to expand your enterprises, whatever those may be for you right now. Take your personal clout to the next level, or to reap the benefits of someone else's influence that is opening a door of opportunity for you. That can very much happen in a 5 personal year during an 8 month. It's your opening to opportunity that someone else is going to grace you with. And yet you're going to know that it's there, and you're going to say, thank you very much, grab it and run with it. Right. So just make sure that you take it and be great and be thankful for it, and express your gratitude for that opportunity, or for whatever that might be for you. So December is the time to organize your financial affairs, get your house in order, so to speak, and it's time to become that powerful CEO of your own life. So tap it in, turn on that personal responsibility that sometimes can go a little bit by the wayside in the 5 personal year. Not totally. That depends on who you are, right? I always say we'll observe that sometimes people really are looking forward to that 5 personal year, but if change and if uncertainty and if kind of riding the wave is not someone's wheelhouse, if they're more of a structure, routine, predictability, clarity person, the 5 personal year can be torture, right? And the other way around. So anyway, I just want to observe that up front. And you can ask yourself which one of those types that you are and how you engaged your 5 personal year. So in any event, at the same time, you're going to be offered some power moments during December. And what do I mean by that? I mean that you'll have some opportunities to balance and act upon what? A solid sense of empowerment. And how so, Felicia? What do you mean by that? That sounds very vague, right? So, well, let's look at some of the weaker links and see how that might come up right now. Okay. I'm going to throw an example. Okay. For instance, let's say, is your primary focus on the relationships in your life? Then you'll have some engagements that give you the stage to step into your power within your relationship life. Let's say, again, using this example, does your significant other neglect or even abuse you? If so, this is the time where you're gonna put a line in the sand. No more. Stand up, step up, be in your power, say no. Make these boundaries solid and secure, right? Or maybe you're the one who isn't stepping up with ethics and honesty in your relationship. Maybe you're going to be called out on that. Maybe your partner finds out you're having that affair, or whatever it is, and this is something that gets to be dealt with. Maybe that is something that transpires under this 8 energy. Let's use another example. Maybe you're a professional procrastinator and that is coming back to bite you right now. Maybe you could be a classic workaholic and find trouble finding the balance between your work life and personal life. Maybe if that's your locus of your weaker link right now, that's going to come up. Okay. So whatever might be your personal focal point at the present moment will bring a combustion point that will demand your attention in an 8-month during a 5 personal year, because it's gonna move the needle, or it's gonna ask you to move the needle, right? You don't ever have to, and yet it is going to offer you every opportunity and every encouragement to do so. So this is the month where you'll be faced with decisions having to do with stepping into yourself in a way that you possibly might feel mighty uncomfortable with. And yet it will open you up to a new level of empowerment, again, in mind, body, spirit here. So if there's ever a month to take yourself seriously, it is December, okay? So as you make your exodus from your 5 personal year and enter into your 6 in 2024, 2024 is a 6 personal year for you. Take some time to consider what was the locus of your freedom-seeking year this year in 2023. What did you focus on? What were your overarching intentions? Or did you have intentions? Or were you just kind of, I don't know, throwing spaghetti on the fridge to see what sticks, right? So it's just a time to review and to think about where you started this year and now where you are at this point in December. So did you find yourself feeling maybe more alive, maybe gregarious, fun-loving during that 5 energy? It's asking you to experience things and enjoy the sensuous stuff, this tactile, things in the world. Just enjoy living life, right? Did you experience maybe some interesting people, travel, and that leading to maybe some kind of dramatic change in your life? Usually that starts to open or unfold beginning in September. And then really by this point, there is something that has dramatically changed for you in your life during a 5 personal year. So maybe you struggled with feeling overwhelmed, maybe scattered, even strangely fearful. Those are things that can come up in the 5 personal year. So with that said, though, as you bridge out of that and into the upcoming year, the 6 personal year is going to bring you considerable responsibilities. It is time to focus on home, family, friends, colleagues, that sort of thing. So the 5 is a little bit more self-indulgent, and the 6 is more about others. how you can be there for others, how you can take on different responsibilities. It's the time to understand, respect, and consider everybody's needs that will require a more kind of diplomatic and altruistic approach to your interactions. So it really is a year where you're investigating your sense of who you are and how you relate. And what does love look like and feel like to you? What level of responsibility do you want to cultivate? Again, relationships, responsibility, home. Are you feeling the pull toward marriage, maybe making your relationship exclusive or deciding that you want a higher level of commitment? Maybe you want to start a family as you're bridging out of this year. Those are all things that are supported and brought to the surface during a 6 personal year. If you're single, ready to mingle, ready to couple, maybe you're ready to call in the one. The 6 is known as the marriage and divorce year. It's time to up the ante on your relationship or call it a day, right? Or wind it down. So maybe you're coming to terms with the way your marriage or relationship isn't working and beginning to see how you'll need to make decisions and how to either revive it, right? Or let it go. So this upcoming year really places your focus on renewing or leveling up your current relationship if you're in one. If you're ready for something new, 2024 as your 6th personal year is a fertile period for attracting a new and vibrant relationship into your life. And perhaps everything is great on that relationship front, right? And instead you want to improve your dynamics with maybe friends, colleagues, family members, that sort of thing. You're off to really a new adventure now that involves stepping into responsibilities and your relationships in a deeper and more profound way. That is your forecast for the end of the year. And what I also want to mention is that I am regrouping, reprioritizing, doing some things differently within my numerology business. And this is going to be the last forecast that I'm going to be doing on YouTube. I will not be doing these monthlies anymore. I might be doing some other segments, some other series, some other things on YouTube. I'm kind of in the planning stage of that. And yet I've just had to prioritize certain things. So I would say that if you still want to engage in your forecast, you can still go to FeliciaBender.com and you can read it there. It will still be there in writing. It just won't be on YouTube. So again, I hope that you have a wonderful end of your year. And thank you for watching here. And I hope that you'll come back and we'll get some other numerology-based videos going for you. All right. Have a wonderful holiday and a very, very, very happy new year.